Some of you may remember this scenario. That's right, we're going to pick up another truck. I bought an International on the auction here a few days ago. I don't know anything about it. I watched it drive across the block on video, so I know at one point it ran. So we're gonna, fingers crossed that the thing will make it home. It's less than 100 miles, so I've got pretty good faith. But we're gonna bring some oil, we're gonna bring some antifreeze, we're gonna bring at least one tow strap, just because you never know. Waiting for my buddy to show up. He's gonna drive my pickup home once I get in that and start driving, because of course it's gonna make it. Pretty certain. Anyway, I'll finish loading up some extra bits here and maybe a few gallons of diesel fuel, and we'll go see if we can pick that thing up.
All right, here it is. First impressions. Hey, tires are way better than I expected. And the cab is way better than I expected. I'm kind of amazed. Huh. And hey, we've got a dome light at least, so the battery's not totally dead. Yeah. Oh yeah. Half full of fuel or better. Well, nothing in there. Good Lord, this has got really good tires on it. I am honestly amazed. And it's got new cable, or new-ish. Well, it has different cable. And a free boomer. This is probably a terrible angle, but it's a little snug here. Well, it does have some straps. Okay. That doesn't work. Holy hell. It's got an air ride seat. I figured this was, well, it still might be hydraulic. I don't know. And air conditioning. And cruise control. This may be the greatest thing ever. Alright, let's see what's under the hood. In a second. Let's check this cab. There is a little rust. It is not terrible. .73 Power Stroke. It does have, it's got hydraulic brakes. Does it have an air compressor? What? How is that? Not sure how that's. Okay. Can't see in. Yeah. Full of brake fluid. Where is
John Waterman in the office? John Waterman.
where the hell's the dipstick at? Maybe on the other side. There we are. Well, it's full of oil. Belt looks good. Air conditioner spins. And it's full of water. All right, let's fire this thing up, or at least see if it'll fire. Brought batteries along, but dome light's on, so surely I don't need a battery. All right, fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Holy cow. Fuel gauge works. Clutch is probably out, but it's a little smoky. Pretty good. All right. Well, we need to go pay for this and get on the road maybe. Well, we made it back home. Kind of looked stuff over. Everything looks good under the hood. Carried about 40 pounds of oil pressure the whole way and ran right at 180, just slightly under. So let's see. We're gonna try. Nope. Oh, must have engaged. Hopefully this wind's not too bad. We're gonna try the bed out here. Make sure everything's working. Well, let's see what the winch does first. Okay, the winch works. Wheel lift out. Okay. It's moving. Not happy about it, but it's moving. I don't think it's been used. I don't think it's been used in a while. Needs a little bit of grease. Okay, wheel lift down. Okay, up. Forgot about this. Oh. Yeah, that needs a little grease. It is going to move though, but it feels tight. I threw a strap on before we left down there because I was concerned. There should be locks. They're just bolts that go in there. They weren't there, so I'm sure they would have never. Oh, that one wouldn't have slid off, but oh, yeah, it does have a lock. Yeah, this has not been used in a while. The rust is really built up. Okay, back in. Now the important bit. Let's see if the bed works. Sweetness. Okay. Alright, let's shut this off. Be quite so obnoxious. Well, the slides are really not too bad. And the locks are good so far. Check the other side. Really looks pretty good. Might need another zip tie or two. Hold those things up. But boy, overall, this thing looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to repack a cylinder or two. This one's leaking. A lot of times on these aluminum beds, I don't know about this style of lock. I haven't really seen it with these, but depending on what they use to lock that, a lot of times those aluminum beds will get broke if you get somebody hot rodding the thing or being rammy with it. Aluminum beds are not my favorite. And especially aluminum beds with grip on them. The last, I think it was a Champion bed I had on that Chevy rollback, was just a smooth bed, and that is, for what I do, is so much nicer. These are not, aluminum's not great if you're dragging dead stuff on, if you've got something with a broken ball joint or a wheel ripped off or something along those lines. They gouge in and they just dig. It's just hard to pull. That smooth steel works a lot better. But if you're just driving on or walking up it, that aluminum's just fine. Yeah, overall, pretty happy. Don't see much really bad shape. It does have bolts that hold the sideboard on that may not be tight because that seems pretty loose. I really like the removable sideboards, mostly because if you're setting something on with a forklift, a lot of times these will get in the way, especially if you're hauling something that's not automotive. You know, if you're hauling pallets or something like that, these things are really annoying if they're, if they're not removable. The steel's way better than aluminum on the side too, because if you get something like a burned vehicle that the wheels are dragging on and they don't pull straight and they catch the side, they sure slide a lot better on that steel. It just doesn't gouge in. All sorts of treasures. Well, I guess I can't argue with that. These front tires are in great shape. However, I don't know if you can see that or not, they're weather checked. The date code on them is 2011, and it's just now 23, so it's probably time to go ahead and throw some new tires, at least on the front. And 175 horse. That's why this thing is such a dog. It pulls okay once you're up to speed, but man, it is. It is terrible sluggish getting there from 0. I don't know what the 0 to 60 is, but a lot. May have to throw the draggy on this and see just what it does. I think about the slowest vehicle I ever drove was a Chevette diesel automatic. I pray that none of you have had to drive one of those. While they may have made decent mileage, oh my God, they were the slowest vehicles on earth. This might be slower. It's not great, although it does carry speed a lot better than those do. This thing will actually kind of maintain on hills. Does have a new brake line. It's gonna need to go over the tie rods and stuff on this, because it, yeah, 100%. It did not drive great. It drove okay, but it was a little wandery. But this front tire is low, so it is wearing. It's wearing that inside edge. But I think this has done a lot of setting, because it was. What did I see? Oh yeah. showing 2017. It's the next service at 190,000, and it's got 187 on it now. So I think it has done a lot of setting. Oh, no. This is amazing. Well, maybe not amazing, but the air seat does work. That's right. There's a little tiny air compressor mounted. It's part of that box. I have not seen that before. That's cute. I would just as soon have an actual air compressor so we had onboard air, because I don't think that's going to help much. How is this? Huh. I don't think that's for this. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know what that's for. All sorts of treasures. This looks like some sort of seat adjuster. For what? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to do a little more digging on that. I was concerned that maybe this did a lot of in-town stuff, and that's why the mileage was so low, but looking at the pads, I don't know that it has. I think it just didn't get used all that much. Ooh, and tilt and telescope. Oh, like a Cadillac. And for some reason I had it in my mind that this was a 1995, but the sticker on the windshield says 1996, so it may be even a year newer than I thought it was. So one of these days, when it warms up just a little bit, I need to pop one of those cylinders off so I can go get a couple seal kits for it. Probably just pack both of them while we're doing it. That one, yeah, that was a little weepy. Pack the cylinders. Get some of this wiring and hydraulic hose up out of the way. Just shy of 19 foot. Which limits you on what you can haul, but it also makes it a lot more maneuverable. All right, let's run this back up. Let's see, will it start? Got the clutch? Yep. Of this thing deepens a little bit. The inspection labels for some electric company, which seems odd. I mean, not real odd, I guess, but kind of odd. And I don't know, I didn't think much of it, except for the hard hat is also that same number, same company. And there's just not much automotive related stuff in here. I'm not seeing, no. Yeah, because there's tape. And where did I see? Yep, there's more tape. And more tape. There's all this tape, which I don't really associate with automotive stuff. Now, let me look in this again. Yeah, nothing really screams out that this thing was towing cars. Because the straps aren't right. I started pulling those out down at inventory, and these are all just the edge clamp things. So they were hauling something on here, but it wasn't cars. And then digging through, and I'm finding all these containers where they had tape. So that might explain why this is in such good shape and why the wheel lift hasn't been used in God only knows how long. Because whatever they were using this for apparently was just using it kind of as a flatbed, maybe as a tilt bed. But yeah, I'll dig back through these stickers and see how far back this goes. So that was December of 21. Yeah. This is going to be a long, drawn-out ordeal. So anyway, that might explain why that thing was showing 17. Maybe that's when they bought it to turn it into a truck to use for hauling, I don't know, spools of electric wire or something along those lines. Because I mean, it'd be handy for that. But it's, other than a few these old hooks up here, there's nothing that really screams out that this thing was all in cars, because none of this stuff is really automotive related at all. And the locks for the back locks. Anyway, the wheel lift, where that thing hasn't just, it looks like it hasn't been used in forever. All right, doing a little more cleaning. And I found this from 2013. So this is at least 10 years this truck has done no recovery work, or no car hauling anyway. But it looks like this time I'm going out with a grin, because this truck worked out pretty good and I'm very happy with it. It as far as just kind of a wing and a prayer and hoping for the best, it's 1,000 times better than I expected. So thanks for watching, and until next time, toodaloo.